today we're just gonna take it nice and easy. So we're just gonna stretch it out like a 15-minute stretch class for you today. So you can just get a chance to relax, just breathe and stretch out those muscles. So from here, we're just gonna start. Make sure we're starting down here on that floor. And we're gonna start in a nice child's pose here. We're gonna take those knees at the widest part of the mat. Those big toes are going to touch. And you're gonna just lean back into those hips, pressing those hands. So make sure you spread those palms nice and wide toward the top of the mat. And that forehead goes all the way down to that mat. Holding here. Taking a nice deep inhale. And exhales. Really getting into that stretch, opening up those hips. Really stretching those fingertips toward the top of the mat. Getting a nice stretch in those shoulders. And taking a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, try to really relax into that stretch. And from here, we're going to inhale, coming up into that tabletop position. Now, you want to reset yourself, making sure that those hands are underneath those shoulders. Okay? And once you're headed here, I just want you to inhale, really dropping those hips, looking up towards that ceiling, and exhale, rounding that back into that cat pose. And again, inhale. Good. And then exhale, really arching that back, getting a nice stretch in your back. And again, inhale, dropping those hips, lifting that head. And exhale. And I want you to inhale, coming back into that nice neutral alignment here, back into that tabletop position. So from here, I want you to slowly, we're going to start with that right leg, extending it out. I want you to keep that foot nice and flexed, and then press that heel towards that back wall or towards that room. I want you to really press and engage and stretch it. When you're ready, I want you to slowly begin to lift that arm. And I want you to really extend it out towards the room here, holding that stretch. Taking a nice deep inhale in and exhale. While you're here, focusing somewhere on the floor, on that wall, with that eye, with those eyes, so you can hold that stretch, keeping that body nice and engaged. And inhale in. And exhale, lower that hand and foot to the floor. And we're going to do the very same thing on the other side. Extending that left leg out towards the floor. Pressing that heel towards that wall. And when you're ready, if you can, if not, then you can stay here. But if you can't, lift and extending that arm away from that leg. Picking a spot on that floor, on the wall, holding here. It helps you concentrate. Taking a nice deep inhale in and exhaling it out. And one more time. Inhaling and we stretch. And then exhale, lowering it back down nice and slow. And from here, I just want you to slowly begin to just circle that body around in a circle. And we're going to go in the opposite direction. Good. And this time, we're going to make it even bigger, going all the way down and up. Good. And stopping here, other side. Good. So from here, we're just gonna begin to just stretch a little bit more with the body. Starting with that right arm. You're gonna inhale, lifting all the way up. Those eyes should follow that hand to the ceiling. And exhale as we thread it through. We're not going all the way down just yet. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And this time as we exhale, taking that arm all the way through, that ear comes all the way down. You're gonna take that left arm, extending it out towards the top of that mat, holding here. Again, that nice stretch. If you want to, you can keep your left arm extended out, or if you want to, you can wrap it around your back for a deeper stretch here. Holding. And slowly taking that left arm around that body, pressing on that floor, pushing up off that floor nice and slow, and resetting yourself, coming back into that nice tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, and we're going to do the same thing the other side. So inhale, lifting up, those eyes follow that hand up to the ceiling, and as you exhale, thread it through. And inhale, lifting up. And exhale. And inhale, lifting up. And this time as we exhale, threading it all the way through. And that head and that ear comes all the way to the mat. And once again, you can stay here and extend that right arm out. Or if you want a deeper stretch, taking that right arm behind you, holding here. For that stretch, you can even tuck it into that inner thigh if you can. Just really opening up. You should feel a nice stretch in that those shoulders. And when you're ready, unwrapping that right hand if you have it, and pushing yourself slowly off of that floor, resetting yourself, coming back into that neutral position. So we're just gonna do a nice little stretch here for that back here. So we're gonna start here, and I want you to really round that back. As you round that back, lean forward. So here you may want to take those hands out, up a little bit more, so you can really lean over that mat. So it's almost like you're trying to look over a cliff. Okay, and then we're going to exhale, coming back into that child's pose. And make this move nice and exaggerated as you inhale, lifting up really around that back, one vertebra at a time. Good, and then exhale, coming back into that child's pose. And again, inhale. Coming back into that child's pose, holding here. And we're going to slowly begin to walk those hands over to the left side. And I want you to place that right hand on top of that left and really press back into that hip. Getting that nice stretch all along the side of the body. And slowly walking those hands over to the right, placing that left hand on top of that right, and giving a nice stretch on that side of the body, really pressing back into that left hip. And slowly walking those hands once again back to center. And then inhaling, coming back up into that tabletop position. So from here, I want you to go, and we're just going to sit down on that mat, placing those legs out in front of us, keeping those knees bent. Now, you can place those hands by your sides for stability, and we're just going to slowly just windshield wiper those legs out. And if you're like me, you did a lower body workout today, that should feel really good for those glutes. Releasing out those glutes. Good. Last couple here. And we're going to end here. We're going to go into that pigeon pose here. So we want that leg to be, you're trying to get it as far up as you can, depending on how flexible you are. But you're just trying to get that leg out in front so you can sit on the hip. That back leg is going to be parallel to the mat. And you're just going to slowly lean down those forearms if you can. Now, if you need to, you can stay up here perfectly fine, okay? But if you can, get into that deeper stretch, lowering all the way down to the floor. And I want you to slowly rock from side to side, going to the left and right corners of your mat. Just getting a nice stretch. And those hips. Pressing back up into that starting position. You're going to take that back leg, bring that back leg forward, and as you're taking that back leg forward, the other leg comes back. So we're just switching positions here. Going to the other side. Once again, making sure that that back leg is parallel to the mat. And you're trying to get that front leg into as much of a 90-degree angle as you can. You can't, perfectly fine. Now, once again, you can stay upright if you want to, or coming down on those forearms. And you're going to slowly begin that rocking from side to side to each corner of the mat. We're just taking it nice and slow. No need to rush it. Because sometimes we move so fast, we forget. Just stretch it out, which of course helps relieve injuries. You're working out a lot. Elongates those muscles, that flexibility. And then we're coming back to that stillness, that center. Pressing up off of that floor. And we're going to slowly take that back leg, bringing it forward. And we're going to be here with those knees just extended out. Just make sure that we're still good here. Okay, so from here, all I want you to slowly do is you're just going to lower down to that floor here. We're going to finish off with those last couple of stretches. Placing those palms flat down on the floor. Extend those legs up in the tabletop. And I want you to take those arms and placing them out at the sides. And we're going to go over to that right with those legs. Trying to get those knees to touch down to that mat. And then that head is going to turn in the opposite direction, getting a nice stretch here for the lower body. And one last deep inhale in here. And exhaling it out. And when you're ready, we're just going to go take those legs to the opposite side, letting that head go in the opposite direction of those legs. Getting a deep back stretch here. hands out, giving yourself one final full body stretch. So you should imagine someone is pulling your hands away from your feet and stretching out. Good. And bringing those arms in, those knees go to the nose, giving yourself one last final hug of appreciation and extend it out. Good. And release. So coming up to that nice seated position here. So I hope you guys got a great stretch today. I'll be back again for some more great videos. But today I just wanted to slow it down for you guys. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you once again here at Evolve Fitness. Enjoy. Have a good day. Bye.